you don't have time to look and act on what's there because you haven't got time to see.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, and I've stopped watching that Formula 1 on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Give me bad habits, isn't it?
Okay, so just pull away when you're ready. We need to have time just to look and act on what we can see before we turn in there.
Oh, that allowed that routine.
Is that loud? Yeah, look, assess, decide. Okay. Have a good turn left at the end of the road.
And roundabout left.
And the roundabout, we're going to go left. So can you see the crossroads up ahead?
Oh yeah, I can see the gap. There's a white line there, and I can see the giveaway line there. Turn left.
We're going to turn left. So what speed are we going to go around this corner?
Up at this place.
That's it. Good. Go down.
Oh, I see gaps.
Okay.
I'm going to turn right.
So pretend it's turning on the right. So what speed are we going to take this one?
About 20.
No, we've got to get down to a nice walking pace. Press the brake and whip coin at a time. Slow walking pace. Look into the roads. Anyone crossing?
Yeah.
Anyone coming down here?
Yeah, but he's turned off.
Okay, so anyone crossing? So we can turn into the road. So if there was a car coming towards us, how do we know if we could cross in front of it or not?
No, but I'm starting making slow stop or swerving.
That's it. Good.
Was that a bit too slow though?
Well,
I feel like I was driving Miss Daisy there.
Well, we could have gone a bit earlier than that, but I just wanted to just talk to you there for a second. So we could have gone a little bit earlier than.
But if I did that on my test at every crossroads, will I fail?
No, you don't want to be stopping as much as that, but you need to get down to a walking pace.
Right, so we just pause here for a second. There's nobody behind it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the error I made that you were trying to correct?
You stopped.
Now, what was the error I made that initially led to?
Oh, well, you was going too fast.
Isn't that the area you should be working on?
Yeah.
Because you now got me stopping, and I'm now going to be failing for going too slow, haven't I?
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Okay.
You had me coming out at walking pace, then stopping, yeah?
Yeah.
What pace did I need there with the view I had?
Yeah, we're just jogging pace.
Yeah, so get in there a bit earlier and give me that, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm going to go in 15 days' time and
Yeah.
paying my test will be a pain in the backside, isn't it?
Yeah.
So come on, give me
Okay.
a plan of action. What are you going to do on the next one?
Right, okay, Tony. Well, the first one was a bit too fast. The second one was a bit too slow. So the next one we'll do next one.
Oh, the second one I stopped completely, didn't I?
Yeah, so it was too slow. So we need to be able to. We need to go slow enough so we can look into the road.
All right.
So depending on our vision, it's either going to be a walking pace or a jogging pace,
All right.
depending if it's an open or closed junction.
So can you help me on the next one then?
Can I help you on the next one? Yeah.
Because I want to see Bob before we test now, and I really don't
Okay.
want to fail because I've had 92 lessons now.
Right, okay, so when we come to the next crossroads, we need to turn right. I'll help
All
you.
right.
Okay.
Next left.
I'm going to take the next turn on the left. But I want you to tell me when there's a crossroads coming up though, first.
And that's not a crossroads because I can see a lamppost at the end.
That's it, good.
And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left.
sign down there for
Yeah.
Crossroads. And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right. And so can you actually see into that road yet?
Well, not yet, I can then.
So what speed do you think? We'll get down to... carry on going.
Yeah.
Right, now we can see into it, so we can carry on, don't stop.
Alright.
Look into the road, that's it.
About 8 mile an hour then.
That's it, that was a bit
I
of
wasn't
pace.
far off a 20 mile an hour then, was I?
Well, it was more than double, wasn't it? So that pace,
It's not picky.
it wasn't too slow, but you had time enough to look into the road to see there was no one
Right.
crossing, or there was no vehicles coming down
Yeah.
there. You had time to look in front of you, seeing what's coming down the road in front of you as well. It wasn't too slow that you'd be holding traffic up
turning
behind
right.
you. Then we can turn right.
A bit picky, you're 20 and 8. Not a lot of difference.
Well, makes a lot of difference to a pedestrian when they're crossing. Makes a difference between killing someone and
Yeah,
not.
I've seen that advert in the telly.
Mm.
We're taking a busy route, isn't it?
Yeah, it's busy today.
It's okay to just put your hand up and acknowledge them and they let you go like that, isn't it?
Well, as long as you've got your hand on the steering wheel, you can just
Yeah.
thank them, yeah.
Shows courtesy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, a Crossroads sign.
Okay.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right. So when are you going to signal?
Well, I can see my hands right before that now.
So what sort of speed are we going to take this one at? Can you see into the road?
I might have to stop you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to stop you.
Or it depends what these...
Well, I've got to serve a car, isn't it?
Yeah. And you've got to see what these pedestrians are doing. They're still on the pavement. No, don't wave them across. If you wave them across and there was a car coming, you'll be backing them into oncoming traffic, and they could get run over. So you must never beckon anyone across. If they had their foot in the road, what would you have done?
I'll stop.
You'd have stopped, yeah.
See a road on the right.
Yeah.
On the left one. No, there's not actually.
Right, we've got...
I see one on the right and the left there.
Okay.
It's a crossroad.
So we're giving check first.
Now I'm going to turn right.
You're going to turn right. So what speed are you going to take this one at? Can you see into the road?
I've got a slow ride down anyway.
Yeah.
Cyclist.
That's it, good.
I'm
Right,
gonna,
now, are you going to go before or after this car?
I was going to go before, but I'm going to go better now.
Right, now that's it. If she'd carried on going straight on, and you started to pull out and you went across, you could have had a collision there. So what's your rule for if you can judge whether to...
I must have made them. I'll stop on the left here.
Is it?
I must
Just
have
pull
made
up on the left.
a slow stop for swerving.
That's it, good. So if you'd pulled across them when you was going to go first time, would you have made her stop if she was going straight on, or stop or swerve or slow down?
Right, just let her roll.
Yeah.
You had a fair idea I was going to have a stab at that, didn't you? Okay? Yeah, just wind it back a little bit. Yeah, you handled some of that quite well. We went to turn right with the two schoolgirls standing on the corner. Did it never assume to you that, to ask you a question there, did you not think that?
What about Beckenham and Cross?
Yeah. Did you not?
No, because we'd spoke about it earlier. I sort of thought you wasn't going to do it again.
There wasn't any pedestrians there, was there?
No,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, same with that car just coming towards us there now, yeah?
Yeah.
If you just got in a bit earlier and said, am I going to go in front of that vehicle or afterwards?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have attempted it, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. Because what it is, where I've asked you earlier, I seem to think you're going to do it, but I've got to keep on the ball with it, haven't I?
Well, you keep harassing me about what mirrors I'm going to check.
Yeah.
I'm going to back off a bit, leave it on that, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, think about the level I'm at. I've got a test in 15 days' time. I don't be pressed about what mirrors I'm going to check. Watch me. Then if you think I haven't checked them, you know, don't rugby tackle me onto the ground and say, you know, if you start saying you didn't check your mirrors there, and I say I did, ask me what mirrors I should check before turning right, and listen to my answer, and then watch me on the next one.
Yeah.
And if I don't do them, then obviously you need to come in and start working on them. But you don't be asking me on a post every turn what mirrors you're going to check. Yeah, it gets a little bit repetitive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, I can see what you're trying to do. You're trying to stop an error, but you're not going to stop every error anyway, because obviously we are going to make errors. It doesn't matter how proactive you are, because we need to see how you do with the error. And obviously when we come round the corner at, I think it was about 22 miles an hour, there's nothing you could do with that. Well, I was going whether you liked it or not there, wasn't I? Yeah. Obviously, I could have chucked the corner cut in there, but then there was a car coming down the road, so I had to. And obviously, I didn't cut the corner because the car would have hit me if I had cut the corner, yeah. But I still managed to get around at that speed. And yeah, it was a speed problem. But then you didn't really handle it correctly on the next one. You seem to think, well, you pulled me over, gave me a good talking to, and drive on, and let's forget about it. You should have a plan of action. It's quite a serious error, isn't it?
Yeah.
So therefore, you know, on the next one, I'm going to talk you through the speed, yeah.
Yeah.
And yet I go with it, but you had me coming right to a stop, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I went from being too fast to actually coming completely to a stop, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so there was a car coming towards us and it turned off. And obviously because you were dealing with the speed error, I wouldn't have played around with that because that would have been unfair, yeah, because I could see what you were trying to do. But you know, you could have just said to me, you know, on approach, you know, give me your speed, walking pace or jogging pace, depending on what I can see. Obviously that decision can be made about normally 3 to 4, maybe 5 car lengths away. And if the decision is going to be made later than that, it means then it's a really close junction, so therefore it's going to be walking pace, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's going to be first gear.
Yeah.
So how did that feel?
Yeah, not as bad as the first one, but
Yeah, but obviously look at what's involved in the mirror signal position speed look routine, yeah?
yeah.
Pedestrians play a big part in it, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when I'm turning left or right. Pedestrians are always going to, you know, pedestrians to get from there to there have got to cross the road, yeah? And they're not going to walk away from the intersection and down the road 100 yards to do it, yeah? So therefore pedestrians must play a big part in it. And if you've got 2 pedestrians standing there, especially 2 school kids, and I had to sit and wait for at that junction, so it wasn't as if I came up to the corner and flew around you and you didn't have time to assess it. Yeah, they were sitting there for quite a while. I was sitting there quite a while. They were standing there quite a while, because I had to wait for about 2 or 3 cars to come past me.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to have a good look around me and see that I could beckon them. There was nobody behind me.
Yeah.
And I could see they weren't looking at me, so they didn't take any notice of the beckoning anyway. But you should have been thinking about the same thing. And how could you have stopped the beckoning happening? How could you have stopped it?
Well, I asked you, would you beckon them across?
Yeah.
Before,
And of course, my answer probably would have been, no, I wouldn't do that. And then you need to take it a little step further, and why would you not do that? And I would have told you. But because it wasn't mentioned here, obviously I am going to play you up on it, because it's quite a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rest of it was quite good. Just everybody does the same. You know, to start off, what mirrors are you going to check? Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously the first real error I made was not being left to centre. It's handled fine. You got me back. That's what I'm looking at. That's what we mean by being proactive. Is you got me back over to the left side of the left centre line, yeah?
Yeah.
You got me to pick the reference point up. Be a little bit careful of what's happening behind, yeah?
Yeah.
There was a vehicle behind us there.
Yeah.
You just had time to pick the reference point up and then let me get on with it, yeah?
Yeah.
Then you can pull me up round the corner, yeah? Yeah. They don't like it when you keep the other vehicles waiting, yeah? So, we mustn't keep them waiting, because the next thing is we're going to get is a toot on the horn, isn't it? Yeah? Or he's going to start going round me and trying to overtake me. So you just had time to pick the reference point up there and then get round the corner and don't be trying to pull me over like you did.
Yeah.
And then you can go through the analysation bit, but ask, don't jump in and tell.
Yeah.
You were going to give me the whole
Yeah.
chapter and verse on it there, weren't you?
I was. Yeah.
Find out what I know and what I don't know, and just fill in the bits I don't know.
Yeah.
Your immediate action then is quite easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know also what I did wrong on this, because when we started out, I was asking you lots of questions, like even beckoning and all that, and I thought because you was coming back with the right answers, I seemed to think you wasn't going to make the mistakes. So instead of keep banging on in it.
Yeah. You got to remember, to do my job and for the SE to do his job, I'm always going to try and do the opposite of what you want me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, if the situation you're talking about is not there, and you kept going on about this right-hand turn, fair enough, yeah, which I'd made ages ago and I could only just about remember. It's one of the traffic lights, yeah. And you kept referring back to that, and yeah, I could just about remember the turn, yeah. And then if there's nothing happening, and you say to me, this happened or that happened, well, I'm probably going to give you the answer you want to hear, yeah. On a few occasions, I didn't give you the answer you wanted to hear, didn't I? But then, it's really important to get in there when the situation does arise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's probably the most crucial time, isn't it? It's a live situation. But you are on the right lines about. If it hadn't been school time, we could have driven around there, and we could have gone right, left, and ahead of each of those crossroads and never met another vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some really good questions there in the early stages about why am I scanning the crossroads, and I came back with the right answers, and I gave you some good reasons for it, and. But don't keep banging on about well, what mirrors are you going to check, yeah? Yeah, probably once is enough, and then the rest of the time you've got to watch, really, haven't you?
Yeah.
But you really need, you're really proactive with the left to centre.
Yeah.
Again, just calm down with the steering a bit. I kind of cheated a little bit there, and I played along with you a little bit there, yeah. You said 10 minutes to you, yeah? Yeah, 5 minutes would have got me there, and then 10 minutes to me. But I won't be playing along anymore now. You must get me, you must talk me properly into that position, yeah?
Yeah.
When you watch the video back, you'll see that I kind of covered your backside with the steering a bit there, yeah?
Right.
But good effort for trying to get me back. If there wasn't time to get me back, then you just have to deal with it afterwards or pulling me over.
Yeah.
And you didn't have time to analyse it there and then because we had a vehicle behind us.
Yeah.
So you done the right thing in pulling me over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so generally, quite well handled. Yeah, you spotted the speed and approach. I just think you could have handled the speed and approach thing a bit better. It was a big deal. It wasn't a little deal like, coasting. It was a big deal. I came around that corner nearly 3 times the speed of what I should have done, yeah?
Yeah.
And that should really have been dealt with a little bit better.
Okay.
Because the next one I came around, I stopped completely, didn't I? And told me a cup of tea and a fag, didn't I? That make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to work on, and I think it's always good to say, after you pulled me over, right, Tony, on the next one, I'm going to talk you through it, yeah?
Right.
So you've got a plan of action. I know what your plan of action is.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's work on it. Let's get it sorted, and then pass it back to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to leave this lesson today and not see Bob again before the day of my test in 15 days' time. Well, my test will be over now. And be wondering, did I get that right in the end or didn't I? So give me a plan of action. I'm going to talk you through the next one
Right.
or the next two. I'm not bothered whether it's the next one or the next two. You can do 1 and 2. It's up to you, yeah? And then prompt me.
Yeah.
Prompt me on the third one or prompt me on the second one. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But let me know what you're doing so I know where I stand.
Okay.
And then, once I've done it, just come back at me then and ask me the relevant questions again to make sure that I understand that the learning has taken place.
Mhm.
And say that, that's fine, I'll hand that back to you now, but I'll keep an eye on it.
Right.
So, I know where I stand then, and I know the problem's being solved.
Mm.
Because don't forget, confidence is very important. Is very important to me, especially at this late stage in my driving career, yeah, and especially with my big day coming up. Any questions on it?
No.
Any you want to have a whinge about, or
No.
no?
No. Me, I don't ever win.
Yeah, it was. The reason why I didn't play around too much near the end there was, obviously you saw the school signs come on,
Yeah.
and it's school out time there. It was just about to get very busy there. So with the mothers and that, picking the kids up and that, I thought it was time to bundle out of there. But that, if that was your part 3, it would have been well and truly finished anyway.
Mm.
But I thought we'd better get out of there. Yeah, so obviously if there hadn't been so many parents around, then yeah, I may have done a bit of coasting. I may have done a corner cut. But you know, the speed one was the main one I picked on there. Because I could see the silver car coming down. I could see that I could get round on my own side of the road. So, you know, it's just make sure that you do deal with that properly afterwards. And as I say, you nearly did. You pulled me over. Went a little bit wrong with the analysation. It was going to be tell, and you would have been talking through the whole thing on approach. Yeah. If you think about it, if I got the signal wrong on approach the next one, would you be telling me what mirrors to check?
No.
No, it'd be the signal bit you're working on, yeah? So just, find out from me which bit I don't know, and just fill in the blanks on that one, yeah? The rest of it I can follow my normal routine, can't I? And that makes your job a lot easier, and it doesn't take my confidence away, because I don't feel like I'm a total loser. All I made is one mistake. I came round the corner on a door handle and a wing mirror, yeah?
Yeah.
Which you felt like. Didn't frighten you, did I? Frightened me. Nah, I was checking. Right, I'll give that a pause.
Okay.